farmer. I guess it doesn't really work. It gets a laugh.
I'd like you this way, I'd like you that way. I don't mind if I have you at all. There isn't one way, that is the best way. All that matters is I'm here when you call. When you call, when you call my number, when you call and say your name, I'll hold you in my arms through the waves. You can feel my heartbeat through the waves when I call. It isn't easy to explain how I feel when I hear your name. I call your number when life isn't right. I hear your voice through the waves when I call your number when I call and say your name. I hold you in my arms through the waves. You can feel my heartbeat through the waves when I call. When I call. No one understands why I feel this way. You're my star in the sky, and that's where you will stay. And if we're both real good, then someday we will be bad. If I'm bad with you, then that's all I'll ever want to do. I'd like you this way, I'd like you that way. I don't mind if I have you at all. There isn't one way, that is the best way. All that matters is I'm here when you call. 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 So I would like to introduce Ernie Mindel.
This is a song that I've written, and it's a title cut from a new album I hope to release in the spring called Love Will Always Find a Way. What if we didn't go there on that night? Just stayed at home, watched the world go by. What if I didn't ask you for a dance, got off that chair and bravely took a chance? Love always finds a way to open up two hearts, help them fly away to a place they long to be, surely hope to stay. Love always finds a way. She didn't need no groceries, don't know why she went. He stopped by just to pay his rent. And there they were standing in that checkout line. Years later now, they tell of how they met. Love always finds this love always finds a way.
All right, Ernie.
Thank you.
I think you go back around this way, and here we go. We'll hook you up.
I'm already hooked up.
Oh, you're already. Oh, all you gotta do is plug in then.
No, I'm all plugged in.
You are.
Yes, I am.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, again, it's nice to be able to do this here at the Leah Studios in Traverse City. Sounds good, Ernie.
Thank you.
And you've been doing the Ernie Mindel show now because of Leah. You had your 1 year anniversary, didn't you?
It was the 1 year anniversary in August.
Yeah.
Yep.
You started out in Lansing?
We started out at a couple of home parties.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Outdoor parties in backyards, and then we started playing up in the Lansing area at the Lansing Park. And I had been having jams in my house for the last 12, 13 years since I moved up here from the Detroit area. I'm originally from Petoskey. And we started having different musicians show up from all over the north, and so we kind of expanded, and it's really taken off. And I've played at a lot of senior centers and coffee houses, and I had a country band in the Detroit area for years, and I've had a couple of country bands up here, and seems like most people in this area, younger people, they like that rock and roll, but I'm from a farm. I grew up on a farm south of Petoskey, and we raised more rocks than corn or wheat. But
Petoskey stones too, huh?
a lot of Petoskey stones.
Now, when did you start playing? Was it a guitar too, or what did you start?
A friend of mine named ABL, I was only like 12 years old, and I traded a jigsaw for a Gibson guitar, and it was actually a Kalamazoo, where the Gibson company was.
They were more abundant there. Good guitars, huh?
Yep.
You got a good one.
Yes, I did. And a guy named ABL, who was a neighbor of mine, he taught me my first 3 chords, and he used to listen to all the old country, and my favorite country artist of all time is Hank Williams Sr.
I like
and,
that guy too.
And I like Merle Haggard and Waylon Jennings and Alan Jackson. So I've been country my whole life.
So you've been playing. You played country. Did you ever get an electric guitar?
I've got an electric 347 Gibson.
Get an urge to play rock and roll with it?
No.
Put your amp on 11? Like, I don't know. Did you see that movie, Spinal Tap?
Not yet, but I'm going to get it.
I get a kick out of that movie. And
after you mentioned that today, I said I'm going to write that in my memory.
It's got to be at the video rental store on CD or on tape. But so you have done some other interesting things in your life. You were going to be a baseball player. You played in the minor leagues.
Yeah, with the old Washington Senators back in way back when.
You were in Washington then. You were Washington, Michigan, or
no,
Washington State?
Senators, who became the Minnesota Twins, who then moved to Texas. So
did you have to go all the way out to Washington?
No, I went to Florida.
Oh, wow.
Played in Florida. Okay. My kids always ask me, Dad, would you been a major league manager by now? I said, yeah, probably fired many times. Yeah. Because I managed a lot of softball teams and basketball teams and men's teams. And in fact, as we won a state tournament with Kaboski Ready Mix back many years ago. And so I've had a lot of interest in sports. I still do. And music. And I've just... I've been a songwriter for years, and I love songwriting, and I've written about 300 songs, and I have 5 albums.
You were to Nashville too, right?
I signed with...
Once or twice, or?
Many times.
Yeah.
And I signed with Aaron Brown Associates, and I can say this now because Aaron died, but they make you every kind of promise in the world, but they want that money up front, and I didn't have $40,000 or $50,000 to put out. And I'll tell you a quick story. Tim McGraw, who is now a superstar, he tried to make it for 10 years, and he just couldn't get off first base as far as the music industry. And his dad was a major league pitcher called Tug McGraw, who pitched for the New York Mets. And his dad went to Nashville, put down $700,000, and said, "Make my son a star."
Pretty good deal, huh?
Before he died, Tim paid him back.
We need that. Oh, he did.
paid him back his $700,000.
That doesn't always happen, right?
And he met Faith Hill, and they're married.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That is no bad.
Well, there's a song that I play that you like, that you've asked me to play, called 16th Avenue.
Yep.
Talks about going to Nashville to make a hit.
I knocked on doors and was interviewed by a lot of people, and they said I had some dynamite material, but I had to have the money, and just never worked out. But I enjoy music, and I enjoy what I'm doing, and even though I haven't made a lot of money at it, I've had a great time, and I hope that I've blessed a lot of people with my songs and my singing and in the bands that I've had. And
I think you have. Yeah, I think it's no question about that, actually. And you got some places that you're going to be playing. I have a list of open mic places, and you might help me. But yeah, my dad always said, don't go into music, do it as a hobby. And he said some conflicting things about that. He said wine, women, and music, wine, women, and song always sold. So right about now, looks like wine, women, and song might be it, you know, instead of...
Porter Wagner had a song, Wine, Women, and Song.
Yeah?
We'll make the death of you.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
but, well, yeah, so where you had something at the Grange Hall on Barnard Road in Charlevoix.
Yes, we've had that. We started back in May, and we've had about every month we've had a potluck and a music jam, and I invite anybody to come out and join in with us, and we've had as many as 14 or 15 different musicians on a platform at one time playing and singing, and we get a good crowd over there to listen to us. And I'm going to be appearing in the East Jordan area at the Coffee House on December the 18th, which is
December 3rd at the Grange Hall, right?
December 3rd, yes.
At what time?
That's from 6 till 9.
And musicians are welcome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Singers and
Yeah.
songwriters.
As long as they don't turn their amp up to 11.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to get an amp like that, you know. But
well, even 10.
yeah, but I think it's funny. Yeah. So, but songwriters, even, you know, some people, like I don't consider myself as much of an artist as I am a songwriter, you know. But maybe someone who's really good at singing will do one of my songs one of these days.
You never know. A guy out in Illinois did one of my songs, and he sent it to me, and that was a few years ago.
Did he charge you?
Yeah, he gave me all those royalties.
Oh yeah, he gave you the royalties. You still get them. All you have to do is walk from your living room to the mailbox. Right?
Yeah. We also have started last Saturday. We started our first jam at the Flapjack Shack in Charlevoix.
Oh, that's right. I was there. Yeah.
Which is from 10:30 in the morning until 1 o'clock. So
a lot of room. You can eat breakfast too, and coffee. So a lot of room.
So we're inviting musicians to come out and enjoy themselves playing with us, and you know, we take turns, go around the room. Everybody does a song and a song or two, and we're expecting that to really boom. It takes a while to get the word out, but. Then there is another one that's in Petoskey at the Grain Train every Sunday from 2 to 4.
Well, that's right. Now that's sponsored by Bliss Fest, right?
Bliss Fest, yes.
But the Grain Train's a kind of cool place if you want to get some vitamins or organic food.
Yeah. And
the musicians that play there get free coffee, and it's good coffee.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Well, in New York they call it coffee.
Cool. Yeah, I don't usually sleep on Sunday nights after playing at the Grain Train. So yeah, and well, I've played at many of your events, and I appreciate you for showing me on the Ernie Mindel show. You know that anything that's aired on TV, you can watch it on upnorthmedia.org also.
On the internet.
On the internet, you click Ernie Mindel, because they got a list of producers. Mary Ferris is there, and there's Ernie Mindel, and there's a whole bunch of other people, and they cover a wide range of topics, and you might be surprised what people from the local area have on there, and it's easier sometimes than watching the TV. They're on Channel 97 now.
Yes.
They previously were on Channel 2, and it's community broadcasting.
I have friends outside of Michigan. I have friends in California and Colorado and Florida that tune in, plus people in Detroit that can't get charter. They get on the internet every week and they watch my show.
Yeah, wow, man.
Which is kind of neat to have people call me and say, "Hey, I watched your show last night." That's kind of nice.
It's kind of nice to have friends outside of Michigan too.
Yeah,
No, I'm just kidding.
one or two.
Yeah, no, I don't hear from anybody anymore. I'm living in the woods, but well, you know, you'll think of some more things when I go through this list, probably. So interrupt me, but I did a partial list, and what we'd like the people listening to the show to do is call, email, or write here. I'll give you some numbers at the end of the show. And if you want to be on the show, you can call us up. If you want to know more about the training they give here to have your own show like this one, there's plenty of room, not a lot of competition. And or if you have an open mic, if you're a business owner and you want somebody who's a lawyer who plays music in the basement and really wishes they could have an audience. I mean, there's a lot of professional people that play, and I've met people my age who've never played in front of an audience before. And if you want to do that once in your life, you might like it. You can go to find out where some of these open mics are. Go there, and they're very forgiving. Well, we used to play at the Coffee Connect, which doesn't exist anymore, Petoskey. Yeah. We had some really good and some really bad acts, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, there was a little boy.
Some tried. Some of them couldn't sing a lick, but they sure tried.
Yeah, yep. And there was a boy named Billy, a little kid. I don't know how old he was, 9 or 10. He had a little electric guitar that was his size too, and he really played up a storm. I think his guitar only went up to 9.
I got to tell you a quick story. I played last Saturday night up at the Burt Lake Community Hall, and this little girl came up to me. She was about 9 years old, 8 years old, and she said, "I want to sing a song with you." And she told other people that, and they kept pointing to her. And so I said, "What song do you want to sing with me?" And she said, "The song, 'Be Honest with Me, Dear.'"
Yeah.
So I kept trying to get her to get up and sing that song. Well, come to find out, she wanted the words, but she never heard the song before.
Oh, she never heard the song.
By the end of the program, she never did get up and sing, but she kept saying, "I want to let you hear me play the piano, because I can play Mary Had a Little Lamb." So, I mean, little kids from that age want to express themselves, they want recognition, and they're just afraid. And if you have somebody in your family that's the same way, encourage them to sing or say a poem or write a poem, and don't put that down. If they do write a poem or something, don't say, "Oh, that's terrible." Encourage them. That's the biggest thing about music and about having a talent. And that's what I told her. Don't hide your talent. Use your talent, because you're going to be blessed, and you're going to bless other people.
Who was your best audience when you were a little boy and just started playing? You must have had a good audience.
Yes, I grew up on a farm, and my 2 sisters and I, we sang to the cows every morning, milking those cows.
Really? Well, I know
when I was in the 4-H club, and I did enter a 4-H club talent show.
Oh yeah, and you won.
Scared to death. I got in the middle of the song and I choked up, and I said, "Can I start over?"
Oh really? You did that too?
Yep.
I played an accordion. I played Home on the Range, and I lost my spot. And the instructor always said, "Start from the beginning again." So I just started over, and somehow when I got to that spot, I got through the second time. But it was at the Blue Bonnet Hall on Ford Road.
Well, this was a guy named K.C. Festerling, who was since passed away, was the head of the 4-H, and he's the one that, when I choked up, he's the one that started clapping, and he said, "Yeah, start that over again."
Cool.
K.C. just loved kids, and he was just a phenomenal leader at the 4-H.
Well, talent is an important thing, and parents aren't all trained to recognize that kind of stuff. So we're here to just put a bug in your ear. You have a child with talent, don't go spending all your money on the first accordion, though. You know, because it's good to have an instrument that plays, and that's really good. I liked Rodney Dangerfield's joke. He said that when he was born, the doctor slapped his mother. And I always say, the doctor said, "Mrs. Swick, I'm sorry, but your son is artistic." So, but anyway, so this list, let's go. The Jordan Inn, okay, downtown East Jordan. Gentleman named Joe is the proprietor there. I don't remember Joe's last name.
I don't either.
But
Cal runs the...
Cal McInnes, or Manis. Cal Manis is in charge of the open mic. It's at 7 p.m. on Tuesday nights. And they're right downtown East Jordan. Their phone number is 231-536-9906. Then there's the Back Porch Coffee House, Front Porch Cafe. Try to get you, if you don't know if you're coming or going, they cover both angles on that one. And in fact, they've come to the coffee shop in Petoskey before it went out of business, the Coffee Connect, and heard us playing there different times. But this is hosted by Kelly Shively, and it's at 7:30 in the evening, the third Saturday of the month. It's a smoke-free and alcohol-free environment, and they like a donation of $5 a person or $10 a family. They're right downtown Ellsworth. I got their address here, but if you can't find it in downtown Ellsworth, it's a little bitty place. You get stuck at the Gold Nugget, I understand. And their number is 231-544-2305. And in fact, speaking of the Gold Nugget, I don't have the Gold Nugget on here. The Gold Nugget has an open microphone, and since we're in Ellsworth, they're in Ellsworth and on Thursday nights, starting at 9. They've got a guy named Johnny D, I think. Anyway, Johnny runs the PA system, and he's got real good equipment. And the stage at the Gold Nugget's great. I love that stage, and I played there with Flashback and Solution many times. And since I moved up here from Detroit, I guess I don't go to bars much, but the Gold Nugget's my place. I like it. There's the City Park Grill, 9 p.m. every other Wednesday, and they're on Lake Street in Petoskey. I gave you the back porch number. The City Park Grill number is 231-347-0101. Then the Alden Bar and Grill, which I never made it out to yet. Remember that guy named Jerry? He used to play there. I don't know who's in charge of open mic there now. Their number is 231-331-6214. And then the Big B Coffee Shop in Gaylord on Wednesday nights, they have open mic hosted by Billy Thatcher. And their number is 989-731-3354. Brothers Coffee and Tea Shop in Gaylord also has open mic on the third Saturday, hosted by Steve D. from 6:30 to 8:30. I've played at Brothers once. Their number is 989-705-7660. And then there's a guy named Vern Kasuba out in Vanderbilt, and he hosts an open mic at the Vanderbilt Foreign Legion. And in fact, I played there last Thursday, but it wasn't at the Legion Hall. They had it at Vern's house because the Legion Hall booked somebody there. Didn't tell them. But it's the third Thursday of every month in Vanderbilt. It got started at the Ugly Bar. And then the Ugly Bar in Vanderbilt closed down, and I think it's reopened under new management. The former owner was a guy named Chris, who was a studio musician in Nashville, so he really appreciated it. Then the Roadhouse in Kalkaska, a friend of mine named Mel Sweet said that I should mention the Roadhouse on Tuesday nights. They're on 131. See, I didn't give you Vern's number is 989-370-7110, and that's Vanderbilt. Then the Roadhouse is 231-258-4673. And hopefully if you folks have a DVR, you can stop, rewind, and play me over again. I'm sorry if I'm talking too fast. You might have to watch the show again. Check the directory when it's on. If you're watching it on the internet, you can rewind it as much as you want. In fact, usually I only fast forward and watch myself when I go on the internet. Shame on me. But so the Roadhouse number was at 231-258-4673, and I love DVRs. I love to fast forward through commercials. Yeah. The Hayloft, and that's out this way, going towards Empire, going on the south side of Traverse City. Quite a ride, but I was there once, and I played, and The gentleman who does the taping there broadcasts some of the guests on WNMC radio on Sunday night. Their number out at the Hayloft, and they do on Thursday nights at 8 p.m., is their number is 231-995-2562. Remember, start thinking of other places I missed here. I have three more. There's four more. Cafe Crema, or Crema. That's 231-421-5282. They've got open mics on Fridays from 5 to 7, competing with all of the paid entertainment on a Friday, although it's 5 to 7, so you can still go hear your favorite band later. Then Kilkenny's, the lower level of North Peak, Wednesday nights with Dave Weber. And I don't have their phone number, but it's Kilkenny's. I Googled all these numbers anyway to make sure I could give you guys as much information as possible. And again, when you send us your information, or call it in or email, we'll have more. Make sure you get the number and names, much information as you can give. The Loading Dock on Lake Street in Traverse City has open mic on Sunday afternoons. Sounds like a good time to listen to some Jimmy Buffett on a Sunday afternoon. 231-941-4422. Union Street Station on Traverse City, on Union Street. Lucky guess. Phone number is 231-941-1930. And that is Tuesdays or Sundays. You better call them to check. So, and then there's senior centers, and I don't know if you thought of any while I was talking, Ernie.
No, that's...
Well, how about senior centers? Like, they love a lot of times if you're playing for free, it's the right price too.
Yeah.
And we played together at the Pine River.
Pine River Apartments, senior apartments.
Senior apartments in Charlevoix, and they had a nice room, plenty of room for band, easy access to electrical plugs.
And I've played at the East Jordan, Harbor Springs, Boyne City, Petoskey, Charlevoix, and Wolverine senior centers.
Yeah.
Played at those. It's usually in the afternoons, either when the people when they get through eating, and we put on a 2-hour concert for them.
So if you're at a senior center watching this right now and you want some entertainment, give us a call. We'll get a hold of Ernie, or if you want to try your luck on somebody else, we'll get you entertainment there. And we got a friend named Fran Thiem. Where do those guys play in Walloon? Walloon Senior Center? And then there's a place in Bel Air.
I don't know.
Oh, you know?
No, I don't.
Shorts also.
Shorts
Brewery. They have open mic on Thursdays, or they used to.
Oh, they do. I don't think
Not
they do
sure
anymore.
if they do anymore.
I don't know.
I'd played there before when it was on Thursdays, but
Hey, excuse me, Adolf.
yes.
Why don't we have Ernie just play us out?
Okay, it's time to end the show then. Right? Okay. All right, thank you very much, folks. And Mary Ferris said when she was leaving that she has some video from this summer, a couple shots of songs that I've done. So we're going to splice that into the show. And we're going to have Ernie close our show tonight with a song. Thank you, Ernie.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for visiting Northern Michigan Musicians Journal. We hope we see you again.
Usually before I perform, when we're getting ready, everybody says they know the show is ready to start when I put my hat on. So that's why I thought I'd better put my hat on. This is one of my most requested songs. Gonna find me a bluebird, let him sing me a song, 'cause my heart's been broken too long. Gonna chase me a rainbow through a heaven of blue, 'cause I'm all through crying. Oh,
time my love was needed, my life completed, my dreams come true. And then the time my life was haunted, my love unwanted, all for you. Gonna find me a bluebird, let him sing me a song, 'cause my heart's been broken much too long. Gonna chase me a rainbow through a heaven of blue, 'cause I'm all through crying over you. Gonna find me a bluebird, let him sing me a song, 'cause my heart's been broken much too long. Gonna chase me a rainbow through a heaven of blue, 'cause I'm all through crying